Hello friends, today's topic is mercury vapor lamp. In this mercury vapor lamp, we will discuss about the whole structure of mercury vapor lamps, their applications, etc. This is the general diagram available with us for mercury vapor lamp. This is the structural diagram where we are having a nitrogen fill bulb, a top support, fluorescent coating, and starting electrode, resistor, stem, cap of the bulb, the solder is there, support frame is also there inside the bulb, the main electrode, the arc tube, etc. Working and operation. The outer bulb is filled with nitrogen gas, encloses the inner arc tube, which contain high purity mercury and argon gas. As the circuit is energized, the starting voltage is provided across the starting electrode and the adjacent main electrode to create an argon arc. This increases heat and vaporizes the mercury. The ionized mercury atoms decreases the resistance across the main electrodes, causes the main arc to strike. Classification. There are four classification of this type of the lamp. One is the clear. It is having the blue-green color characteristic. Second one is the color improved. Phosphor coating, but still retain a poor radiation of red color. The deluxe white. High phosphor coating produces more red improved over all colors. And the last one is the warm deluxe white. Very high phosphor coating producing too much red but reducing lumen intensity. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes to warm up depending upon ambient temperature. Means simply in the winter season it will take near about 7 minutes, and in the summer season whenever the temperature is near about 44 or 45 degree it takes 4 to 5 minutes. It is available in 40 to 1000 watt range. The average life of this lamp is 24,000 hours, while other lamps are having approximate 18,000 hours. The energy distribution diagram, if you assume the input power is 100%, the electrode losses are 7.5% of the total 100%. The power to arc is 92.5%. Non-additive losses are 14.5%. Discharge radiation 48%. Ultraviolet radiation, it is too dangerous for the human body. Ultraviolet radiation is 18.3%. Infrared radiation is 15%. The visible radiation is only 14.7% of the total input power of 100%. The total power loss is 70.3% in this case. So that's all today. We will discuss the next topic next time. Thank you very much.